We are killing our environment. Hello, my name is Paige Getz. I want to talk to you about our environment. It's all around us, it's what we live in, the air we breathe, the food we eat, the water we drink, the materials we build with. And we overlook our environment. The environment is created of four things: air, water, land, and living things. The Global Youth Environment for Sustainability says this about our environment. The environment is our basic life support system. It is composed of living beings, physical surroundings, and climate conditions. It is derived from the French word endeavor, which means to surround. It says, as it says, it is our basic life support system. So why are we killing it? Do you think we're treating our environment the best we can? The truth is, we are not. We are doing things every day that is destroying our environment. One of the first things people think of when they think about the environment is global warming. And this is a big problem that is affecting our environment. But what is the main reason for global warming? It is the pollution that we put into the atmosphere. And the main pollution affecting everything is the amount of carbon dioxide that we have and are constantly emitting into our atmosphere. An average American puts 2.3 pounds of CO2 each day, which is about 775 pounds a year. A power plant puts out over 1,550 million tons a year. This is just one example of how much carbon dioxide we put into the air each day. Just in 2021, in the US alone, we put out 37.12 billion metric tons. That is only in the US alone. Europe puts 854 million tons of carbon dioxide in 2022, which is a 2% increase from 2021, which may sound like a lot, but that is almost 8 million tons more. But every country is putting more and more CO2 into the atmosphere each day. Once carbon dioxide is in our atmosphere, it stays. If we continue to emit these gases into the atmosphere, the temperature will rise. We are already seeing this. Every year, we are seeing an increase in temperature by 0.35 degrees Fahrenheit. That may not seem like a lot, but by 2030, the temperatures will rise 3 degrees Fahrenheit. If we continue to put out carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, scientists say that we only have 10 years before we get to a tipping point where we cannot change anything and there will be nothing that we can change. If we ever get to this point where there's too much carbon dioxide, there would be less oxygen for us to breathe, and CO2 can cause dizziness, confusion, unconsciousness, and even death. Carbon dioxide is essential to our atmosphere. It absorbs and radiates heat, which helps keep the planet warm, which is why we're seeing a temperature rise. There's too much in our atmosphere, and that is radiating heat and warming our planet more and more. CO2 is important, but there is a point where there is so much. If we do nothing, it will affect us. It will affect us as much. It will not affect us as much as it will affect later generations, your kids, grandkids, and even your great-grandchildren. If we do nothing, sea levels will start to rise and flood islands and cities by rivers. The coral reefs will die, causing the ocean to die, and then we will follow after. Plants and animals will slowly die. These things would create less food, less oxygen to breathe, less materials to build with. We need to do something. If we don't, we can't go outside, we won't be able to go swimming with our friends, we can't have barbecues or parties. We cannot let this happen to our planet. There is something we can do. Now, it may not completely destroy the carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, but will largely decrease the amount that we are emitting into the air each year. If we start to cut down on how much fossil fuels we use, and start using renewable energy, whether that is nuclear, wind, solar, or hydroelectric, eventually we'll run out of fossil fuels and we'll have to find another way to create electricity. So why can't we start now and not rush to find a solution when we could? We have the answers and solutions, so why not use them? Carbon dioxide is not just affecting our air, but our oceans as well. Their pollution is giving coral reefs a higher chance of disease and slowing down the rate of growth and reproduction. We are not just affecting the reefs, but the ocean as a whole. The coral reefs are primary for the ocean food chain, so if you kill the bottom of the food chain, you will kill off the rest of the ocean. Another thing that is affecting our environment is how much commercial fishing and whaling is happening. The same thing is happening. It is making many changes to the food chain, which is affecting our ocean and our environment. Another problem is the amount of trash in our ocean. In fact, 70% of our trash ends up in the ocean, and only 15% ends up on beaches, and another 15% floats. That still leaves 40% of trash in the ocean. The trash is ending up killing wildlife that is so crucial to our environment. Our ocean is overlooked by many. It doesn't just feed us with fish, but it helps regulate our climate and creates most of the oxygen that we breathe. Again, there is a solution to the problem. It may not be the most simple, and it may be the most simple, and that is to recycle. This won't solve everything, but it will help. Another thing we can do is properly dispose of trash like batteries and electronics at a battery retailer or local household hazard waste collection program like this. I want to protect our environment the best we can. I love spending time outside. I love hiking, camping, and adventures. If we continue to produce greenhouse gases, I will not be able to do this, and neither will those who share the same loves for the outdoors. If we don't do anything, we may not be able to go visit places like this. If you follow the same love, or if you want to help save our atmosphere, join us, because we need to do something. I believe that we need to do something. I believe that if we do not do anything that the ocean will die. The temperature will rise, leaving glaciers and icebergs to melt, killing off Arctic life. I believe that food will be more scarce, and we may even have to have oxygen with us at all times. I believe that we need to do something. I don't want to bore you, so I will wrap this speech up. Our environment is something that needs to be valued. If we do not value as much, you may say that you don't care, and you may. But our actions show more than our words. Every year we add 40 billion metric tons of. And if we continue to do this, we'll sacrifice the quality of life, not just the quality, but the life as a whole. The ocean will die, which will absorb 30 to 50% of carbon dioxide from burning fossil fuels. How can we prevent this from happening? We can switch our power sources to renewable power sources to put significantly less carbon dioxide into our atmosphere. This will make our environment so much better, because the first thing it will do will make it cleaner. After today, I challenge you to figure out ways that you can save energy so you can so you can put less CO2 into the atmosphere. Turn off lights when you're not using them. Take shorter showers. Stop using bottled water and start using reusable water bottles. I cannot do this alone. I need your help, and it starts with you. I want you to take away 3 things from this: how much harm we are doing to our environment, what will happen if we do nothing, and what we need to do. Thank you for taking your valuable time to come. We need to do something so our kids and grandchildren are not dealing with the problem that we made. We need to do something, and I need help, because it starts with you.